Nobody's here, it's just me, but what's up? Excuse me. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Good evening. What's up? What's up? Do you want a reading? Do you want, like, what's up? Hello. Good evening. What's up? If you guys want to hang out, that's cool. But if you like a card pull, if you have a question, let me know. If you like a reading, it's 25 USD, etc., etc. Hello, hello. Came through dripping, drip, 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 drip. What's this stream about? Hey, friend. If you, I just explained. I'm not over explaining myself. You can click on the description. If you want to just hang out, that's cool. I'm just here doing work stuff. If you don't want to do that, have a nice night. I'm not like a show monkey. I'm not here to like dance around and do like. I'm just here. If you want to ask questions, if you like a card pull or whatever, you can ask. There's a description button right there. If you don't care, then you don't care. Because I don't know. I've had people come in and ask me, "What is this stream about?" And then I tell them, and they just disappear. So it's like there's information here. I don't need to explain. Like you have the ability to read for a reason. You know what I mean? Use that ability. Click on the button, and yeah. Much love to ya. Hello. Good morning. Good evening. Am I a Pisces? No. Are you a Pisces? Why would you ask me that? I'm not a Pisces. I'm a Gemini. I have a Gemini sun. But yeah, if anybody's interested, if you're interested in reading, hey Bob, you're welcome to ask. Or if you'd like a card pull, if you have a question, if you would like a full in-depth reading, it's 25 USD. That's how that goes. Bob Bills says he wants a shout out, or Bob Builds, I guess. I don't know. What do you want a shout out for? Are you going to do anything substantial with that extra attention, or are you just going to get off on the attention? Like what? You said I don't. But yeah, if anybody's interested, if you like a card pull, if you have a question or whatever, let me know. If you would like a reading, it's 25 USD, whatever. Emo, haha. Okay. I wish that were true. Rudy, get out of here. Literally, I've explained several times what I'm doing up. Look at the description and get the frick out. What are you talking about? What are you doing up so late? What are you doing up late? I'm working. Like, the fuck? I'm a Gemini Moon, been getting a lot of downloads. Myself, pleased to meet you. Ooh, period. Gemini Moon. I have a Virgo Moon. A Virgo Moon. Are you gonna tell me your sun sign, or are you not gonna tell me your sun sign? Good morning. Hello. Thank you for whoever tapped the screen. I don't know who did that, but thanks. Who's the GOAT? Jordan LeBron? I literally don't give a toot about basketball. I'm so sorry. I don't know anything about basketball. I'm sure they're both great in their own right. I don't really care what to choose. I don't know. Like I don't keep up with Do I like Takis? I actually don't. I prefer hot Cheetos. If I wanted something spicy, I prefer hot Cheetos. Yeah, I like reading. Books are nice, I guess. I haven't read a good book in a while. I have this book right here, this fiction book that I'm supposed to read. Oh, I just dropped something. Oopsie daisy. Also, if you haven't yet, you should check out the link tree. It's in the description if you want to. This book right here. I was supposed to be showing you the book, but I dropped something. It's called The Siren. I took off the cover. It had a cover, but I took it off because it was one of those plastic covers that kind of just exist for no reason. So what was the purpose of this? You know? Keep going. You can, Bob. I've already made it. I don't know what you're talking about, but thanks. Thanks. Also, that sounds like an innuendo. I know that's not how that was supposed to sound, but that's how that sounded. Keep going. You can make it very far. Where are we going? Oh, you've read this book? The Siren? By Catherine S. John? Yeah, I picked it up because of the title. And I don't know. I've skimmed through it a little bit. It's upside down. It's upside down. Hello, how we doing? You want to do a reading for me? I don't know about that, friend. Are you practicing readings? Are you just learning how to do that? I'm the one supposed to be doing readings here. I don't know about that. And I'm very careful about letting people do readings for me. I don't really do that. But thank you for the offer, I think, question mark. Freddie, hey, welcome back. YouTube is glitching out. It's saying that the active number. You're back. Yes, welcome back with your chihuahua. Is that not a dog in a red suit? What was my favorite sport? I don't really care for sports, to be honest. I took a psychology class back in high school, and one course that we had was like the psychology of sports or the sociology of sports. And after that, I just don't care for sports. I've never looked at sports the same. I remember we talked about how violent sports were and like how like, you know what I mean? I just can't get into sports. I don't care for sports, to be honest. I got nothing against it, but I personally just like, it's not my thing. I also use astrology when I get to do readings. True. Well, I mean, true. In theory, I could invite you up here, but this is not TikTok, and it's not as easy to do that. I think I would have to do that beforehand. I'd have to set it up that way. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm like thinking. But yeah, let's see, once again, it's saying 0. I'm like, what the heck? Is anybody still here? What's my favorite movie? You like Ice Road? I haven't heard of that one. I don't really have a favorite movie. I did recently, like in the last few weeks or last month or whatever, I watched Devil's Pass. Have you heard of that? It's basically based on a true story of these people who did like experiments or whatever, and like it kind of went out of hand, and apparently they created some sort of like time loop or something, and it's based off of a real event, like real people had died, and it's like they go to these mountains and they kind of like are trying to figure out why. I forget exactly what the premise was, but they went to go figure out like potentially what happened to these mysterious deaths, because there were 8 people who had died and they didn't really know how they died. It was very mysterious, and so they went over to that place to kind of scope it out, and one thing led to another. They ran into something that they didn't really understand, and they were hunted down. Most of them were killed. I think all of them were killed, actually. And it turned into this loop where like they were studying something that had happened. They were studying why somebody had died, why people had died, and then turns out they were part of that because of the time loop. So it was just a time loop of like they went to the area to study it, but then they turned out to be the victims at the place, and then it was an interesting movie. It was like a thriller. I would watch it again. It's based off of this. Once again, it's based off of a real event. Dyatlov. It's a Russian thing. Dyatlov pass. But yeah, that's a movie that I watched recently. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I really did like it. I think I watched it twice because I liked it so much. What's Ice Road about? I don't know anything about Ice Road, but it sounds cool. Ice Road, made in 2021. Also, apparently there's a sequel, Vengeance. I guess. I don't know. Leave me alone, cause time to grow. But you keep where people try to get electricity to a poor country. That sounds kind of sad. Sounds too real. Also, thank you for your presence. I appreciate you being here. I don't know who all is here, but thank you. I hope you're having a nice night. Ice Road. Oh, I already read that. Oh wow. Some cop patrols almost stopped them with dark weapons, but they made it. It sounds very suspenseful. Welcome to us joining. Hello, I'm just kind of here. If you wanna hang out. If you'd like a card pull or whatever, you can ask. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay, bye. Am I boring you? Okay. Okay, bye. Have a nice night. I guess. I am full of energy. I am protected from any malicious harm. I am. Anyone sending any negativity may be returned back. I was trying to think of a rhyme. Anyone sending any negativity may be returned so swiftly. What should I say? Pull the card for the future of America. America's doomed. Need time to grow, but you keep showing up uninvited. You're just a glitch. Get out of my head, get out of my... Sorry, that song is stuck in my head. What's going on for the future of America? Like, what does it even mean? Like, what does it mean? Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. Two of Cups, Nine of Wands. Honestly, the way I'm interpreting this is basically saying the future of America, we're headed towards more division, more distraction, more chaos, more hatred, and just an ugly energy. Not to be a pessimist, not to be like overly negative, but that's what I see with this. Like, this is the energy of divisiveness. This is the energy of like unnecessary defensiveness. You know, people being paranoid, people not wanting to talk to their neighbors and stuff like that. I don't know. Once again, America's kind of doomed. I don't know. We've done too many things. Nobody's trying to pay for their crimes. You know what I mean? The history of America is crazy. What is A feeling about me? I could pull you a card. I could pull you a card. Also, you should trust yourself, man. You're not misreading things. You said, are they pushing you to the edge? You're not misreading things. Like, if you're feeling pushed to the edge, you're pushed to the edge. It doesn't matter whether or not their intentions are that. I mean, do you want to pay for a reading? Because you're asking me multiple questions, and I could just go into multiple things for you. Officially, I'm only really supposed to be doing, like, the surface. I don't know. What's going on with this person's intentions, please? What's going on with this person's intentions? A new start is coming. Work through your fears. Yeah, I don't think this person has terrible intentions for you. I feel like maybe you need to do some healing. I feel like there's some healing that you need to do. And it probably does have to do with your family. I don't know. Globulus, get the heck out. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know me. You're probably the one with no talent. Coming in here talking all this haterade. Get out of here. You're not welcome here. I don't know who they is. I've literally never heard that before. When it comes to your family, yeah, I mean, I'm always going to encourage a person to listen to their own intuition. You know what I mean? Prosperity lies ahead. You're very close to achieving your goal. There could be some sort of goal that you have, some sort of thing that you're reaching for, Swati. And in relation to your family, that might be relevant. Like, you know what I mean? It's because it was a time for healing. Yeah. Seems like your family needs some healing also. We all need some healing on this stupid planet. This planet is disgusting. This planet is very corrupt. You know? People like Globulus go around being hateful and saying stupid shit. Can't even spell tarot right. Get out of here. Always my brother. That's what I tell my clients as well. Yeah. I forgot what I said. I don't know what we're saying. Also because I don't want to get sued, LOL. Yeah. The planet is beautiful, but, like, let's not ignore the corruption. Let's not ignore the hate. Like, you can't make it better if you ignore the problems. That's truth right there, man. You don't make it better by ignoring what's wrong. The greed, the hatred, the jealous. Like, there's so much wrong with this world, man. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. What the heck? Swati, good luck with that. Much love to you on your journey. Hopefully you get that resolved. For those joining, hello. You're welcome to hang out if you want to. You're also welcome to ask for a card pull, ask questions, whatever. This here, he makes us see the part and that hurts us because we're not used to it. Sure. Whatever floats your boat, Globulus. I don't know about that part, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of messed up stuff in the world. What do you need to release? Have faith in your dreams. Somebody here needs to let go of some sort of belief, some sort of understanding. One thing about spirituality, when you go into spirituality, one big message that comes through often is like letting go of what you thought you knew. You know what I mean? And like that's the secret to success, like letting go of what you thought you knew. It's like, oh, you thought the world was this way. Okay, that's nice. Well, it's not. Like, you know what I mean? We as tarot readers are lawyers of the spiritual realm. I don't know if I would say that, but that's funny. That's so funny. I don't know if I would agree with that, but I like that. That's interesting. Does nobody want to pay for a reading? It'd be really cool if somebody paid for a reading. Hello, how we doing? Hello, good evening. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out, I guess. Hey, period. Well, have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Hello. But you keep showing up uninvited. Hello, welcome. If you're interested, you're welcome to ask for a card pull. If you have a question, whatever. You're just a glitch. Thank you to the angels. Hello. I should probably start putting that. I could put that in my information, I guess. Good evening. Good morning, what's up? Hey, thank you for subbing. Good evening. What's up? If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you like a card pull, let me know. If you have a question, let me know. Of course, if you like a reading, it's 25 USD, etc., etc. But thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Welcome. Hello, hello. My tummy is hurting. My tummy hurts all of a sudden. I can pull you a card. I can pull you a card. What's going on for Jay? What does Jay need here? Do you have a specific question? If you have a specific question, you're welcome to ask. But if you just want a card pull, I can pull you a general card pull. See what comes through. But don't let me pull you a card and then you ask me a question afterwards. That's not how this works. So if you have a question, you're welcome to ask a question. I've had people do that. Be like, can I get a card pull? And then after I pull the card, they ask me a question. It's like... Sure. What's a message from the ancestors? Ancestors of benevolence, ancestors who actually want to see good come to you. What's going on? What message wants to come through for Jay? Work through your fears. Prosperity lies ahead. You are good enough. So there could be something that you're kind of afraid of doing, pursuing, and you're being encouraged to get over that fear so that you can potentially make more money, potentially be more prosperous. Virgo energy, Taurus energy, Scorpio energy. Yeah, there's something that you could be afraid of, something that you're not really fully wanting to do, but I think if you were to get over that fear, it definitely would be very helpful to you. Obviously, I don't know the details, but there's something that is blocking you that you're afraid of. You know, so, and there's no rush. Don't think that you have to rush yourself. Don't think you have to, like, you know what I mean. You'll get there when you get there, but like that's something that you should be focused on right now. Working through this fear of yours. Take time to breathe out. Once again, it doesn't have to happen immediately, but just So that's what I have for you. Hopefully that helps, Jay. Keep showing up uninvited. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Hello, welcome to this joining. But yeah, hey Johnny, what's up? I'm fine. What's up? What's up? If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you like a card pull, what's up? Rumor has it. Bless your soul, you've got your head in the clouds. You've made a fool out of me, but boy, I'm bringing you down. Something like that. Hello, how we doing? Ooh, you are half of age. I'm guessing that's the reason that you strayed. Hey, Destiny. What the heck? Yeah, you can ask a question. That's funny. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Bless your soul, you've got your head in the clouds. You've made a fool out of me, but boy, I'm bringing you down. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, whenever you want to ask, that's cool. Once again, if anybody wants to pay for a reading, it's 25 USD. And of course, it'll be a focus reading. I'll do my best to provide clarity. Oh wow, that's crazy. They rested in the zone and lost a challenge. She was consequences soon. One thing about it, Destiny, I could definitely pull you a card. One thing about it, I mean, this is just my personal philosophy. It's a very human thing to want somebody to pay for their negative consequences or for their negative actions. It's very human to want that. You know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you how to feel or whatever, but there's also solace, I think, in understanding that everything that somebody, everything that we do is returned to us. You know what I mean? Everything that we put out into the universe is returned to us. And I personally like to believe that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I don't. Once again, it's very human to want people to pay for their crimes. It's very human. Like it's very normal. But to some degree, to some degree, and this is just a personal philosophy, we do create negative karma for ourselves when we're waiting for other people to get their consequences. You know what I mean? Because in a way, when you're waiting for it to happen, when you're wanting it to happen, that's in a way wishing for it to happen. And it's like, even if they deserve it, it's just like, to some degree, it's, you get what you give. You know what I mean? And whether or not they deserve it, it's like you're still putting that energy out into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? I'm very sorry that that happened to you. Like, you know what I mean? I feel for you for sure. But once again, I said I was gonna pull a card for you. I'm gonna pull you a card. I'm just channeling. This is, you know, what's coming through. You know, so I mean, you can take this however you want, but like, that I think it's just something to consider. You know what I mean? Because it sucks that she did that. It sucks that you have to deal with that, especially from your own, you know what I mean, mother. But you know, I feel you. I feel you, Buttercup. I definitely understand. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on for Destiny? We had the Devil card. We had the Three of Cups. Yeah, I think what you're not understanding with the Devil card and the Three of Cups, I think what you're not understanding is the fact that you're, how do I say this? Like, that's an energy link. You know what I mean? The emotional tie that you have to this person, regardless of who she is, like, you know what I mean, is not helpful to your situation. You know, like the fact that you're wanting to still have stuff to do with her, the fact that you're still wanting to be entangled with her, you're wanting to be attached to her in a way. You're wanting, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but it's like, I feel like the biggest piece of advice for you is to remove yourself from that energy completely. You know what I mean? Like, just pretend she doesn't exist. Like, because she doesn't want good for you. And you're just, it's just a battle. And it's just like, no war and anger was ever won. That's a lyric. It's a lyric. No war and anger was ever won. I think that's Selena Gomez. No war and anger is ever won. You know what I mean? And it's like, just your best piece of advice is to remove yourself from this person and like try to rebuild your life without this person. Like, stop thinking about this person. Stop thinking that they need to get their, like, you once again, it's very normal to want people to pay for their negative actions. But you know what I mean? I understand that. But like, it's even more important that you like look in a different direction because you're living with her. Like, you're wanting to attack her, you're wanting her to pay and like to face her negative consequences. And that's, once again, it's very normal, it's very natural. But like, at the end of the day, you can only control yourself. You know what I mean? And you're feeding energy into her. Like, whether or not you want to, you're feeding energy into her. You're giving her energy. You're giving her the fuel to continue ruining your life. You know what I mean? So, and it's not the only place to go. Like, I understand what you're saying, but there's always options. Even if you can't see the options, there's always options. You know what I mean? Sometimes the options are stepping outside of our comfort zone. You know what I mean? Sometimes the options are begging. Sometimes the options are going door to door. You know what I mean? No, Destiny, I want you to understand. I definitely understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying on a soul level. Like I have experienced very similar energies. Like I understand what you're saying. But from what I'm tuned into and the way that I channel and the way that I'm, like, you know what I mean? Your best advice is to not focus so much on this person. You know what I mean? Like, because it is an attack. You're one, like, because that's how she feels about it. So she's going to feel attacked. So regardless of your intentions, she's going to feel attacked, and she's going to do what she feels is necessary because she's feeling attacked. You know what I mean? It's not right, but it's like you have to really think about what's going through her head. This person is not well. This person is not right upstairs. So no matter how you go about it, she's going to attack you. She's going to retaliate. You know what I mean? No matter how you're going about it, because she doesn't see the world the way that you see it. She's very unwell. People who behave that way are unwell. They're not right in the heart, not right in the head. And that's also a message for you, Destiny. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but like, please come back to the heart. Come back to love. You know what I mean? Don't let her bitterness, don't let her hate turn you cold, or you know what I mean? Because that's the goal. She wants you to be bitter and hateful like her. You know what I mean? And if it's not her, that's what the Matrix wants for you. You know what I mean? Like, just turn back to love. Turn back to, she gets to get away with it. If that's your perspective, I can't force you to see things differently. I can only offer the seeds. Like, gotta come back to the heart, man. Like, you're missing out on your blessings. You're missing out on the goodness in your life by stooping down to her level. You know what I mean? Don't let hate turn you into a hateful person. Because that's what's going on. You're allowing. Once again, I resonate with what you're saying. I resonate with your story. Like, please don't think that I'm just talking out of my ass. Like, I definitely feel you, but you got to go back to the heart. You got to go back to love. You know what I mean? Don't let her turn you bitter. It's not too late. One thing I've learned is that a lot of people in this world are very bitter, very unhappy, and they will do anything to make other people unhappy. And it's your job, with that awareness, to not allow that to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Well, I'm praying for you, man. I hope that you know what I mean? I hope you recognize the weight of what I'm saying and, like, understand that you do have options. There are other options other than just trying to fight it out and, like, battle her. And you might not see it as fighting, but that's what it is. It's fighting. You know what I mean? It takes two to fight, and you're participating in the fight. You know what I mean? Once again, like I said in the beginning, trusting that what people put out into the atmosphere is what they get back. You don't have to take it into your own hands. Like, if you don't believe that there's a higher power taking care of things, that's fine. But I believe that there's a higher power that takes care of things. So that's my perspective. That there's a higher order to things. Like, people don't just get away with things. It's not your responsibility to take care of it though. Like, and I think that's why so many people get themselves fucked up, because it's like, it's not your responsibility to make sure that somebody gets their karma. Like, it can be in certain situations, but regardless, there's a higher order. If you don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it. Like, you don't need to take matters in your own hands. You know what I mean? Like, but once again, I do believe that there's a higher power, there's a higher order to things, and if you just trust in that, it'll be all right. But if you don't believe in that, whatever, I guess, heathen. Anyways, tuning out of that energy. I try to be helpful. I try to be, like, you know what I mean, respectful of other people's beliefs and stuff. But one thing that really annoys me, and I'm not necessarily talking about Destiny, I'm just saying in general, but one thing that annoys me is when somebody asks for help, asks for guidance, and then they refuse to, like, open their mind. It's just like, I just want things to be my way. I just want to do it my way. I don't care that there's a higher power. I don't care that there's angels who are working on the scene. I want to do it my way because I'm a human and I know everything. Like, no. Like, there's definitely a higher power at work, and like if you don't believe in that, sure, but like our human brain is very stupid. Like a lot of our human brains are very limited. You know, we try to make decisions, we try to do things, and our human brain is very limited. Like, you know. But anyways, yeah, I don't think Destiny really wanted help. I think she just wanted to vent and complain. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but like know the difference. Don't ask for help if you're not going to actually try to, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not here to confirm your delusions. I'm not here to tell you what you already want to know. I'm here to give you advice that you probably did not think of. I'm here to give you guidance that is necessary for your highest good. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not here to comfort you. You know what I mean? I'm here to help you to be the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? If you don't want that, then sure. But like that's my intention, to help you be the best version of yourself, not to make you feel comfortable and not to affirm your delusions. Like no, that's not what we do here. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you what I see. You know. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't know what to say to you. I can't. I don't know. You know? Hey, is the person I'm thinking of dating other people? Hey, Pastel Dreams, good evening. I can pull you a card. What's going on? Is this person dating other people? Can I get a clear, accurate message, please? Or answer, please? Spirit, thanks. Are they dating other people? We have Queen of Cups. I don't think so. Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. I think they're committed to you. I think they're committed to you, at least now in this moment. I'm not seeing any, you know, Four of Wands is about commitment, marriage, and stuff like that. Also, we have the King and Queen of Cups, so I don't think they're seeing any other people. Obviously, if your intuition is telling you that, trust your intuition, but I'm not seeing that, so. Yeah, once again, listen to your intuition above all else, but I'm not seeing that. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Thank you for being gratitude. I thought you were just gonna disappear. One thing I do appreciate, I was just complaining about what I don't like. What I do really appreciate though is when people are very gratitude. You know, when people take the time to say thank you. Thank you for being gratitude, because there's a lot of people who are very ungrateful in this world. It's really annoying dealing with those people. People who don't ever think to say thank you, who don't ever think to be appreciative, you know. And I don't know, that's one thing about this world that's really crazy. It's like, people complain so much. People focus on the negative so much. And it's like, we live in the age of information. We live in the age of technology. There's so much beauty. There's so much amazingness in the world. And you choose to focus so much on what's going wrong and what's going bad. It's like, please. You know what I mean? And then you can't even appreciate the goodness that's in front of you. It's like, if you're watching this on a device. And that in itself is a blessing. The fact that you have this device that you can just surf the internet and do whatever on, like, that's a beautiful thing, you know? Sure, maybe you have cancer, maybe you're dying, I don't know. But like, at least you can watch porn. I'm joking. That's a joke. Please don't. The porn part was a joke. Porn is bad. Porn is evil. But yeah, I don't know. Gratitude is the attitude, man. Whew. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hello. What's up? I'm back. I had to set something on fire. How we doing, guys? What's up? Officially, if you have multiple questions, I do have to charge you if you want to pay for reading. You can either donate any amount or you can pay the full price, 25 USD. And I definitely don't mind doing that for you. If you're not interested, I get it. But yeah, I gotta make some money. You know? But yeah, you can either donate any amount over $5 or you can pay the full price, which is 25 USD. And I got you if you want to ask multiple questions. And then, of course, you can ask multiple questions. And it'll be a focus reading. I'll, focus on, you know what I mean? If you're interested. But yeah, for those joining, that's basically how it goes. If you want to ask a question, if you have a card pull, if you want a card pull, let me know. If you want a reading, you can either donate or you can send in for a full amount. You said you're broke. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. You're gonna make me cry. That's sad. Sad face. You're just a glitch. Get out of my head. Get out of my freaking skin. I'll be right back. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have a bunch of video readings that you can check out if that means anything, if that helps. I don't know if it does, but... Hello. Maybe if somebody else wants to donate, I don't know, that'd be cool. I don't know. I'll be back. Have a nice one. Hope you know that Jesus loves you. Miracles happen all the time. And,